Hey guys, let's jump straight into this. So I've already primed my eyelids using my Maybelline concealer, and I'm going in with this light brown shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette and just using it as a transition shade in my crease. And don't mind the blue shirt, it was 6:30 in the morning and I was getting ready for work, so I was just wearing my pajamas. I'm going in with my Colourpop shadow in the shade Porter, which was from the Kathleen Light Squad, and I'm just going to be blending that through my crease and then going in with a bit of Makeup Geek Bitten just to help it blend out. They are quite easy to blend through as long as you're using a synthetic brush with this formula. If you use a natural head brush, it'll be very hard to try and blend out. Now for the colour which I love the most out of this look. This is Telepathy, also from the Kathleen Light Squad. It's this beautiful green and gold, and I didn't think these two colours would go together, and then I just thought I would give it a go and it looked so nice in person. So I am just heavily packing that on the lid. Not that you need a lot of product, this colour is quite pigmented on its own, and I'm just using a synthetic packing brush for that, just to make sure that I don't waste any product, as if you use natural haired brushes it will soak up the product and then you'll be wasting it. So I'm just packing that on, and then I'll be going back in with my other brush and a little bit of Porter and just blending it all together. I decided for this look that I didn't want to do a wing, but I did need a little bit of liner just to hide the lash band, as it is a thicker black one. So I'm just doing a very small line right close to my lash line, and I won't be winging it out today, just enough to cover when I put the lashes on. And the lashes that I'm going in with today are the Alessandra ones by the Glam by Manicare. I have used these in quite a few looks. They are amazing. They look like fake mink lashes and they are a quarter of the price. They're so cheap and they actually last a lot. I've used them quite a few times. So yeah, that's what I'm putting on now. For any of you that struggle putting lashes on, I use tweezers as opposed to my fingers so I can see where I'm putting it. So firstly, once the glue is tacky, I place it on the middle of the eye, and then as you can see me doing here, I use the tweezers on either end and push them in, making sure they're as close to the lash line. And what a difference that lash makes. That opened up my eye so much more. That's why I love these. They don't flare out at the end, they don't really taper off, so they give my eyes a bit more of a lift and an open. Now for priming, I'm using my Nivea Men Aftershave Balm, just going through this quickly. And then for foundation, as always, I've been using my L'Oreal True Match mixed with a couple of my Cover FX custom cover drops. I did do a video on the cover drops on their own, so I will link that below just so you can see the coverage and how they work. I always go in with a beauty blender after I've done my foundation because I find that it makes it more of a flawless finish and it lasts a bit longer because there isn't as much layered on top of each other. Just going in with that Maybelline concealer that I used earlier on my eyelids, and I'll just be concealing my under eyes with that and blending it out with the blender. I'm just going in with the yellow and the lighter shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette and just setting my under eyes. And then for the rest of my face, I'll be using my Australis Fresh and Flawless powder in the shade Natural. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going back in with powder and using a flat definer brush to push this up against the lash line, and then taking the lighter brown from the Kat Von D and blending it out. I decided that I wanted a bit of colour on the lower lash line, so I'm just packing Telepathy on the inner third. Now for eyebrows, I'm just going through this quite quickly. I recently purchased the Chi Chi Brow Pomade in dark brown and I love it. It is so much better than my Anastasia one. I find that hers dried out really quickly and it made it a lot harder to work with. I have quite fine hair, so if I did try brush it too hard, my eyebrow hairs would actually come out, and as you can see, I don't have a lot. Look at that brow power. So yep, I just quickly skipped through doing the other one, and then I'm just brushing through some brow mascara thing that I have from Essence, which is like a total dupe for the Gimme Brow by Benefit. I'm going in with this highlighter from Colourpop called Smoke and Whistles, and if you are of the fairer complexion like me, you will love this colour. It's a beautiful highlight, a slight pink undertone in it, and it is so nice. Wouldn't recommend it for anyone who is slightly darker. For contouring, I'm using this Essence shade in my favourite Toe Pink, and I love it because it's got that perfect ash tone, which does create the effect of a shadow, and then just going in with one of the colours from the Kat Von D Shade Light palette just to bronze up. I really wanted an extra glow, so I'm going in with my Mary Lou by the Balm just over the top of that other highlight, using my fan brush by Zoeva, which I love. I can't believe I didn't have a fan brush before and now I can't live without it. For blush, I'm using this Colourpop shadow in between the sheets, and even though I did set my face with powder, you can still use it over the top and it doesn't mess it up. It's a beautiful shade. It is pretty neutral. It goes with just about any makeup look. I've done dramatic smoky eyes to just very nude and simple, and it all goes together. And for lips today, I'm using Colourpop Midi Liquid Lipstick. I heard bad things about these, but I decided that I would order it anyway, and I love it. I mean, I only got 2 shades and I've heard some aren't as good as others, but this midi one is really good. It lasts a long time and it's not overly drying. I tend to put like a little lip balm underneath before I go in with any liquid lipstick, just so it doesn't dry them out. And then I'm just using a lot of e.l.f. setting spray, and that is the final look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you like this. I love these Kathleen Colourpop shadows. They're so gorgeous. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.